Yesterday, Elon Musk turned Twitter into the biggest train wreck ever. And even if you don't use Twitter, if you hate Twitter, if you're tired of hearing about Twitter and Elon buying it, stay tuned because you're going to love this. Have I ever let you down? He started selling the verified blue checks yesterday for $8 a month. But that's nothing. That's the tip of the iceberg. Just stick with me for a moment. And when you see what this actually means and what it's doing, you're going to be as excited as I am. So, first of all, accounts that have been rejected for verification, popular accounts, notable accounts like the Libs of TikTok and Kyle Rittenhouse that Jack Dorsey's leadership would refuse verification, are now verified. For $8 a month, they have the little blue check. But again, that's nothing. What this really means is, once you're a verified user, you are a part of a little secret society on Twitter. You are in an elite club, and you have a special notifications tab so that you can see only replies and tweets to you and to your tweets, to your previous tweets from other verified users. And so this is how all of the celebrities and all of the journalists communicate with each other. When you see them replying to each other's tweets and thanking each other and adding to each other's threads, this is how they're able to do it. Because if they weren't able to filter out tweets by only verified, they would never see their colleagues and their peers and other liberal lunatics replying to what they were tweeting, because they would miss it, because there's so many, you're getting so many tweets once you get to a level of a public figure that you would miss them all. Okay. So it was a very neat thing. I must admit, as someone who is blue check verified, it was a really cool thing. But now, as this meme illustrates, look at me. I'm the celebrity now. Everybody can be the celebrity. Everybody is blue check verified for $8 a month. And you got to understand the ramifications of this. This is ruining the entire Twitter experience for the entire liberal media industrial complex. All of them. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez finally figured out what this means when a bunch of ordinary people started showing up in her verified tab instead of just her celebrity friends, her fellow members of Congress, and her journalist friends. Wait, so if people can pay $8 to get verified, does that mean that strangers could just pay to get into their mentions tab, meaning her mention tab, anybody's, all the blue checks mentions tab? Yes, it does. Cow farts for brains. Because that will make following public conversations with journalists, outlets, and others almost impossible to track. Instagram has this issue, and it's unusable in that regard. Jeremy from the Quartering YouTube channel replied and sums up the situation very well with his newly verified account, telling AOC, "I know you only look at the verified tab because you believe in your heart you are better than everyone else. Therefore, I know you are going to read this. Best $8 I ever spent. Also, you suck and your policies suck and you've accomplished nothing as essentially an e-girl." And I guarantee she read that, because all these celebrities do is check their verified tab, because that's how they keep in touch with their fellow celebrities. Here's a reporter, I think, from Vox, agreeing with AOC that it does suck. "Yes, it does. My mentions are a garbage fire." I can't emphasize enough how upset they are about this. This completely ruins the entire Twitter experience for them. Mark Cuban, very upset about it, tweeted to Elon an entire thread, basically saying when it comes to hate and trolls, it was rare from blue checks, which it was. Now I have no way to filter the hate from the new blue checks other than constant muting. Buy a check, crush someone's verified mentions. Starting to see what this means now? This user summed it up pretty well. Also, Elon said that this would remove the trolls, by selling verified accounts. But now all the trolls are verified. And since they're not actually verifying anybody's ID like they used to, you used to have to submit your driver's license or even your trademark if your account wasn't listed in your actual name to verify who the heck you were. But now, as I said, they're not verifying anybody. They're just giving you a blue check if you pay the $8. And again, I understand that people are excited to start impersonating celebrities and brands and things, and I'll get into that. I wouldn't advise that because they're going to block it. You're going to get that account banned eventually, fairly soon. And then they may actually block your phone or your computer, your IP address, your MAC address from creating another account. Just a heads up. So, because the verification checkmark is now meaningless, they launched an official checkmark and started verifying accounts with another checkmark that they would put in the bio. And then that was completely ridiculous. So, soon after that, I think just a few hours after that, because Elon got the backlash, people realized how ridiculous it was, they stopped doing that. And so now it looks like they're scrambling. They might put some 3 tiers on it, and they're going to probably fix the mentions tab. Or maybe not. Elon might have opened a gigantic can of worms, but now they're saying that there's going to be 3 types of accounts: an official account, a paid, blue check, and then an unlabeled or, just an ordinary account. But as everybody expected, the $8 blue check verified is causing complete chaos because pranksters, and I'm sure scammers, are creating fake accounts. There was a fake account for LeBron James that had the little blue check verified next to it and talked about how he was getting traded from the Lakers or wanted to get traded from the Lakers. And it took probably 45 minutes for the account to get taken down. Of course, there are many accounts impersonating Elon Musk, like this one, which said, "Starting today, we'll be offering Twitter Gold, a free subscription that gets you yearly family vacations and nightly dinners with Elon. If your name is Grimes, please come back. I love you." That's his ex-girlfriend, by the way, or one of his baby mamas. Somebody even impersonated Nintendo's account and put up this not-so-brand-friendly picture. And if you're just scrolling through, if you see somebody retweet it, how would you know that this isn't actually Nintendo's account? So Elon just really screwed this up. Here's a quick behind-the-scenes look at my verified mentions, just so you can really get a feel for what it means and why these people are so upset. And I'm not doing this to brag. I really just want to show you it's a totally different user experience. And it is neat, if you are a public figure, to have that tab to be able to see when other public figures follow you or like your tweets or reply to you. And all that's over now, which I think is even better than me being in the club in the first place. So I haven't been active on Twitter, so my mentions have died down. I'm active on YouTube. That's my home base. So especially when I, heart your comments, that means I read them. I try to reply to a bunch of comments every video. And so just a quick look here, you can see Buck Sexton. He hosts the show with Clay Travis. He took over Rush Limbaugh's spot on AM Talk Radio. So there he replied to something where I had a little back and forth, and that's neat. If I couldn't filter that for blue check only, when I was active on Twitter, I would have totally missed that. I wouldn't have even noticed, okay? And so there's Lynn Patton, I think, works for the Trump organization. And you can see, you might not even know who half of these people are. I don't even know the Hodge twins retweeted something of mine. So you can see it's a pretty small club, okay? There's Cameron Winklevoss, who replied to something that I tweeted to him or that I had tweeted. So it is cool. Like I said, I'm not going to lie to you. It is being in that club was great. But seeing the club be totally ruined for all the blue check verified, all the celebrities, all the fake news industrial complex people is even better. And speaking of blue check verified journalists, here's one of them asking Joe Biden if Elon Musk is a threat to national security.
Mr. President, do you think Elon Musk is a threat to U.S. national security? And should the U.S., and with the tools you have, investigate his joint acquisition of Twitter with foreign governments, which include the Saudis?
I think that
this is why they don't allow him to take questions. He probably doesn't even know what a DM is. He probably doesn't even know what a blue check account is. He doesn't even know what a verified Twitter account is or anything.
Elon Musk's
I'm not pausing this.
And/or
this is not
technical relationships.
Okay, let me rewind this.
Other countries.
I'm not pausing this. I'm not putting this in slow motion. This is really how he answered this question.
I think that Elon Musk's cooperation and/or technical relationships with other countries is worthy of being looked at. Whether or not he is doing anything inappropriate, I'm not suggesting that. I'm suggesting that it's worth being looked at.
I will suggest that you have done inappropriate business dealings through your son Hunter with China and who knows what other countries. Right, big guy? But Elon's problems are only going to continue to get worse. As I've been saying, most people on the right have their hopes set too high about what Elon is going to do for the platform and just how much free speech, quote unquote, he's going to allow back on and who he's going to allow back on. So Elon just retweeted the head of the trust and safety team, Joel Roth, who thinks that all Trump supporters are Nazis, who Elon should have fired on day one, an update on their efforts to combat hateful conduct. Oh, people are using that little word that's in 50% of rap lyrics. Can't have that, can we? It hurts people's feelings. We not only mitigated the recent surge in harmful behavior, but have reduced impressions on the content in search by 95% relative to even prior baselines. We're continuing our work to make Twitter safer every day. And as I've been saying, Elon is going to have to face a major test here very soon. I would say by January, within 2 months, about who he is and who he is not going to allow back on the platform. Is he going to allow the Proud Boys back on the platform? We're going to see. If he does, it's going to be total chaos. If he doesn't, it's going to be total chaos. He's in a tough spot. He's painted himself into a corner. I don't think he knows what he's really gotten himself into. And for those people who say Twitter doesn't matter, unfortunately, it does matter. Twitter is an engine that's driving the crazy train of the culture. What trends on Twitter becomes news. And as we know, Twitter has been manipulating the trending list just like Facebook was doing. Facebook doesn't even have a trending module anymore because they got caught. Facebook workers blew the whistle on them, manually inserting topics in there, suppressing certain topics. Because if they just insert a topic into the trending list, then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody then starts talking about it, and then it becomes popular. And so they can also suppress topics that they don't want people to talk about. And some very strange things are happening regarding the trending module in Japan. According to nichegamer.com, layoffs at Twitter eliminated politics from the Japanese Twitter trends, which is now dominated by anime and video games. Users now suspect trends were curated to push politics. Well, of course they were. And if Elon were to unblock me, I would be tweeting him some of these suggestions. So I appreciate all you guys who have been replying to his tweets, asking him politely to unblock me. And now, if you have a blue check verified account, he's much more likely to actually see it, and it might actually happen. So thanks again for all you guys for having my back on that. Click the thumbnails on the screen to watch some of my other awesome videos that you may have missed, and stay tuned, because I will see you soon.